Okay, we are inside of camper shell, and I'm working on a floor. So I started welding this back part of the floor. I tucked it together just to make sure everything fit nicely. And today my goal is to measure and cut and tuck together the front part and connect the rear part and front part with probably 2 or 3 crossbars. I'm also trying to reuse existing wheel wells so they go into fit in this compartment. So I'm also working on this and trying to not to mess it up because they are in a really good shape. So this is our wheel well on the passenger side. Looks pretty neat, nice and almost centered. But after the whole weight of camper will load the suspension, this gap will close for like 4 inches. And I probably would need to cut a little curve on the right side, so on the bumps it will not touch the wheel, and probably the same at the back. But yeah, we'll double check that later. I welded all seams for the front part and rear part of the metal frame, and now I'm going to weld these 2 connectors between the front and rear. So my existing fiberglass wheel well will go over here and over there, and I'll do a fitting test in the shell, and then I'll decide if I'm going to weld another crossbar here, because I'm going to put the plywood on top and the fiberglass everything from the plywood to the walls. So we'll see. This decision needs to be made a bit later. I was welding the frame yesterday. I was so excited because it fits pretty cool inside of the camper shell. I was recording a lot, and I got home last night and I decided to check the footage, and I used the DJI like a Pocket 2, and it was in the time-lapse mode. So as you can see right now on the screen, you can see me just pretty quickly moving, but it took me a lot of time to figure out and weld every seam. But today I'm going to show you what I did yesterday, so check it out. So the welded frame is on Tundra right now. So this is frame should go into a camper first, because the camper kind of curved down, the walls of the camper curved down. So if I'll put the camper on top of the frame right now, it will not fit. So the frame needs to be wedged in a camper, and then it sits on chassis. Today I'm going to do the last fitting of the frame to the truck, and then I'm going to paint it and start it to make the sandwich. Aluminum at the bottom, insulation and plywood on top, and the next step is going to be the fiberglass the frame back to the walls. But before that, I just want to make sure that everything will fit perfectly on a Tundra chassis. So that's why I'm going to clamp the frame right now to the walls, then lift it up, back up with the truck, lower it down, make sure everything is nice and square, and then I'm going to remove the truck, remove the frame, paint it, and do a sandwich. So yeah, let's clamp it. Alright, I lowered the camper, so right now the winch is just there is no tension on the winches, and camper sits on a chassis because the frame that I welded clamped to the camper walls. So let's check how everything looks like. So by far I can see the first thing that I don't really like. It's a gap between the top of the cabin and the sleeper compartment. I'll probably would need to lower like a inch or inch and a half. So I want to minimize this gap so the wind trap will be minimum. So as you can see, like probably 2 inches. Other than that, looks pretty cool. I leveled the camper. I did a lot of marks for the mounting holes. Everything looks pretty cool as for me. Check it out. The box is pre-leveled. I marked how floor should be attached to the walls, like on what level. I lowered the sleeper closer to the cabin, so now it's nice and tight. Probably put some like a cushion in between so it's not going to squeak. This is the front look. Looks amazing. I love it a lot. Love it way more than our current camper. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, let's jump inside. Let's jump inside because it's pretty sturdy right now. You can actually walk inside. I'm standing right now, so the floor will be, I don't know, 1 inch higher, but check it out how much headspace I have. I have, I don't know, another 6-8 inches. It's pretty cool. I'm excited. I was going for it to have a lot of headroom. So the people taller than me, I'm 5'11"-ish, almost 6. And I want like a people taller than me be able to stand up fully without the cramping in. So we can check it out. This is, I didn't cut anything, but this one was existing step to go to the sleeper. I hope it will hold me. So oops. So now I'm sitting in the sleeper compartment. Basically I'm sleeping on top of on the truck roof because I didn't fill the hole yet, but yeah, it's definitely less space here in the sleeping compartment than in our current camper, because like in our current camper I can fully extend my back and read a book and do some computer work. Here it's like this. Big day today. The light is so bright, the bright is so light. Yeah, so as you can see right now, so I put the floor with aluminum at the bottom into a shell. Next step, I'm going to put the insulation and cover with plywood, and I'll do the first layer of the fiberglass today to attach the floor to the walls. So I'm so stoked and excited, and yeah, let's do that. Also, Dinah today with me. Whoop. High five. Tuck. All right, good job, good job. Excited moment for me and Dinah. We're going to fiberglass floor to the walls. Good news. Everything dried out pretty nicely, so it's solid right now. It's only just one layer, so I'm going to keep camper still hanging on the winches. So it's force will be spread between the winches and the frame and my dolly. But yeah, let's go in, take a look. So yeah, as you can see, it's not moving. Yeah, it's pretty solid. Back part is also pretty nice. So overall, everything is going pretty nice and smooth. I'm excited, so cannot wait to get back tomorrow and start fiberglassing. Yeah, it's such incredible feelings when everything what you do, it kind of goes along the plan, and you don't need to walk around and like scratch your head and think how to do one or another thing. And yeah, so far I'm on a line where I know what I'm doing, and it's kind of like a cool process. But I'm pretty sure in a couple of days I'll be stuck again, and I'll be like walking around the camper and scratching my head and kind of like be super frustrated. But for now, I'm smiling. Everything is cool. So yeah, floor is almost done. Good deal.